everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is Mike again. Got another request from the Geek Life, and this one is release the Slayer fans. And I think this guy, Jim Brewer, I think he's a comedian. And the Geek Life, he said the next request needs introduction. So I think that's what this guy is doing, is kind of giving an introduction on what we're fixing to listen to. So Slayer is going to be playing after this. We're going to be listening to Slayer playing Angel of Death. So he said Angel of Death, and what I'll do is I'll just when we do the next one, I'll read the introduction. But I think, man, it's hard for me because I go into these things, in the dark. I don't know. I'm only going by what y'all give me. So he says the next request needs an introduction, and then he has this one that I've got brought up here. Let's go ahead. And this shows Jim Brewer. Is that his name? Jim Brewer, who I think is a comedian, may be talking about the band Slayer. So I don't know. Let's just let's get into it, and we'll figure this one out.
We go on our event. We're going to see a concert, and we're going to see Metallica live. Now, yeah, I totally tricked my wife. I played the slow song. Nothing else, man.
Oh, I like that song. It's not so scary.
Yes, they changed. They evolved. So we get to the show, all right? And we get there. We sit down. I forget. I'm domesticated now. She's like, is there a brochure? I'm like, all right. We're looking around the stadium, brochure, whatever. Now, here's when you're too old to be going to concerts. First of all, the name of the bands is already a tragic mistake. Here's the opener. So you ready for this? Just the names. Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer. Okay, all right. Did you hear? All right. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? Let me tell you something about Slayer fans. That was the scariest time of my life when the Slayer fans showed up. That's the first time I feared my own race. I'm not even kidding you. I feared my own race. They looked like the extras from Lord of the Rings. Right before Slayer came out, someone came out and release the Slayer fans. They came out of nowhere, under the ground, tattooing their faces. Slayer! We're here to witness Slayer! And I'm hovering my wife, like, everything's gonna be okay. We're only gonna be on for like 15 minutes. Slayer, Slayer! We're gonna be safe. So Slayer's about to go on right before Metallica. The lights go out. Now, I forget I'm domesticated, so when the lights go out of the show, I still get that giddy feeling. It's so starting. Because I'm used to, beauty and me. Why are they so mean to the beast?
They don't get better, Daddy.
So the lights go out, and I hear, is there a train coming? And I turn around, and there's about 500 Slayer fans, and they're heading right for the stage, and they're not using the aisles to get there. Chairs are being flung, people flying up in the air. I looked at my wife like, every man for himself. We're doomed. I'll see you on the other side. I get run over. I'm 45 years old, and this crowd knocks me down. By the way, not one Slayer fan said, "Excuse me." So I'm on the floor. Now, if I listen, when you're 20, 25 years old, you get knocked to the floor, you get right up. And you might even get a cheap shot of, "Hey, what's the problem?" But I'm 45. You know, I take cardio kickboxing with soccer moms, and I rock it at 7 a.m. Kick, punch, punch, and kick, punch, punch. But kick, punch, punch, uppercut, uppercut. When I'm on Slayer, I'm down, and I can't get up. So every time I get up, another guy takes me, and they keep coming by me, and I turn around, I get knocked down again. But now, I have responsibilities. So while I'm fearing for my life and trying to get up, I'm texting the babysitter. It's gonna be a little later than I anticipated. Please apologize to your mother for me.
All right, man. So I think that was the an introduction into what we can expect with Slayer. So let me bring it up here. It'll just take me a second, y'all. All right. So if the format is correct, I won't have to do any changes, but I might have to manipulate this once I start it. So the Geek Life says this is a song about the infamous Nazi camp doctor Josef Mengele, who was nicknamed the Angel of Death because he was always nice to the children and brought them sweets before performing horrific medical experiments on them. Yeah, that prick, I swear, man. You can't kill a guy like that enough times. You know what I mean? You can only kill him once, but you ought to be able to bring him back and make him suffer and over and over and over again. And he was able to escape. As the Geek Life points out, Mengele died an old man without facing justice. That's correct. And then David also says, and this is why this Jew knows to double tap and always aim for center mass. Yeah, I got you, brother. I'm not Jewish, but for what he did to those people, man, I would gladly stand in between a monster like that and freaking take him out. And I don't want to get too political on this channel or get too mad, but I do have a mean streak in me sometimes. So we're going to listen to Slayer singing Angel of Death about Josef Mengele. And I can only imagine, and it looks like the format is good, and I can only imagine. So let's get into Slayer, Angel of Death. Here we go, y'all. I will tell you on this sequence, the Geek Life has brought us some heavy metal, uh, and I'm digging it, man. Y'all might, I always say this, y'all might find that kind of odd, but um, I kind of like heavy metal, man. I don't, I wouldn't do the mosh pit thing, and I don't get why there's more, you know, it's 90% guys and 10% chicks there. That's not a venue for me. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna go party with a bunch of dudes. I'll party with a bunch of chicks, but you know, not anymore. Not at my age. But I'm just looking. I'm thinking, oh man, what's going on with the world here? When where's all the girls at? But so this is just part of the lyrics to that. It's Auschwitz, the meaning of pain, the way that I want you to die, slow death, immense decay, showers that cleanse you of your life. Yeah, you know those showers that were really something. I can't remember the name of the poison that they put down in those shower vents. Um, life fear, like fear in his eyes, enforced in his mind, your life starts to slip away. Preaching the end of the world, a message of fear, anticipating death, annihilation as you breathe. Infamous butcher, the angel of death. Pumped with fluid inside your brain, pressure in your skull begins to push through your eyes. Burning flesh drips away, test of heat burns your skin, mind begins to boil. Frigid remains, memories of old. Help, help me. They're screaming in my ear. And I'll put these if I remember. I'll put these lyrics into the description. So because yeah, there's God, it's actually a long, pretty long song, uh, but it's world class, you know, music playing right here.
Thank you very much. So I hope you guys had a good time tonight. I want to thank you very much for sharing and spending your time with us. Thank you very much, right? Thank you. Good night.
Slayer is defined by speed, aggression, and a no compromise attitude. While other bands eventually softened their sound for the radio, Slayer stayed abrasive for their entire 40-year career. The lineup for the most part of the run was Tom Araya for the vocals and the bass, Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman for guitars, uh, Dave Lombardo on drums, and Hanneman, who passed away in 2013, wrote many of the most iconic songs. Yeah, so that is heavy metal or thrash metal at its finest right there. So, an Angel of Death. I mean, what can you say about that? That prick. Uh, Now that he's dead, he's freaking roasting in hell. So, I mean, that's just how it is. It's just a shame that he got to die in his sleep, so to speak, and he didn't die a painful demise. Anyway, this might get blocked because of my comments. Anyway, thank you to the Geek Life, and thanks everybody for showing up here. It means a lot. Till I see you again, I'll catch you down the road. Bye, y'all.